About 2 years ago, I was extremely overweight, about 300 pounds, and I had very little muscle on my body at all. I didn't look great. I didn't feel great. I was just overall a slob. I would just walk into the kitchen whenever I felt like it, when I was bored, had nothing to do, and I would just scavenge through all of the food, the cupboards and whatnot, and just pick up something, eat it. Doesn't matter what it was. If it was good, I was just gonna eat it. Didn't matter. And when I would start eating, I would then continue to binge eat and not be able to stop until I was physically sick. I remember a couple of times where I would eat and I would just eat until I actually became sick. It was disgusting. And with this binge eating came, of course, me eating a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, things that I shouldn't be eating in excess of. Now, if you are anything like me or most people, then you might be doing this as well. After years of this and struggling with how I eat and exercise and all these other little things that tie into this, I started to educate myself and seek out knowledge as to how to change it all. So eventually, over time, I began to build up some muscle, go to the gym, lose some weight. As you could see, I'm not 300 pounds anymore. Over that 2-year time period, I started losing some weight, building some muscle. But after about the 1.5-year mark in this journey, when I really started to learn what to do and what not to do with building muscle. And when I started to build this muscle and lose this weight, I noticed a couple things that changed for the better. As soon as you walk into a room with low body fat and decent bit of muscle, people will naturally respect you as soon as they see you, because that immediately shows to them that you're the type of man that is hardworking, extremely disciplined, and cares about themselves. Now, not only will people respect you, but you're gonna feel a lot better with a lower body fat percentage and high muscle, because naturally you're gonna have a lot more confidence. If you have a lot of muscle and a low body fat percentage, that means that your physique is gonna be more aesthetic and more attractive, which is something that every guy wants, right? You want to be more attractive to everyone around. Now, because you clicked on this video, you want to learn how to build more muscle, have more confidence, have more attraction from women, and have more respect from your peers around you. So in this video, I'm going to teach you the 2 essential things that you need to do this and what goes into those. Now, the first step to building muscle is, I'm sure, something you already know, which is you need to get into the gym. Now, I know just saying getting into the gym is easier said than done for a lot of you, because you've never done it before. You've never stepped foot inside of that type of environment. You may feel embarrassed, out of place, or just that you don't belong. So when I was first starting out, what I did to counter this is I would go on YouTube and just do a lot of research and familiarize myself with everything and start talking to people who are already in the gym about going, what they do, what they don't do, and having some people to go with. It's a huge help to get more consistent in going and feeling a little bit more comfortable getting into the gym. Now, once you get into the gym, you have to make sure that you're consistent. If you're going at least 3 times a week, that should be okay, but ideally, you'll want to get to the point where you could go 4 times, 5 times, maybe even 6 times a week. That's where you'll find the quickest results, is going more days out of the week. So there's more times that you're actually working your body and building your muscles. Now, once you've gotten your gym membership and you have a place to go and you're feeling pumped about going, or maybe you're not even pumped, maybe you're a bit nervous. One thing you need to understand is you need to be uncomfortable to get to the next level at any point in life. So if you're nervous about getting into the gym, then you just need to have that thought process with yourself and think, okay, I need to be uncomfortable in this situation so that later I can be comfortable with it and then be able to move on to the next level and actually build something great for yourself, which is an aesthetic physique with a lot of muscle. Now, once you actually get your gym membership, you might be sitting there wondering, what do I even do? How do I build this muscle? Because there's so many people on the internet or even in person telling you so many different things. So what I did to get to this level, and what a lot of people that have built a lot of muscle and done very well have done, is what's called hypertrophy training. What hypertrophy training is, you'll be doing 8 to 12 reps for 3 or 4 sets. Now, if you're completely new to the gym and doing all this, just to explain it really quickly for you, reps, that's how many times that you're doing it in one sitting or one set, and the set is one group of reps. So 12 reps, that's how many times you just did it. Say you're doing bicep curls, so 12 of these, and then how many sets, that's how many times you're going to do 12 reps. Now, what hypertrophy training does is it makes micro tears in the muscle that will eventually be healed to build you a bigger muscle. So that's what the goal is for getting into the gym. Now, with this hypertrophy training and doing the 8 to 12 reps, you got to make sure that you're going to failure, because if you're not, then you're not going to get the full workout for your muscles, and you're not going to make the micro tears like I just told you about to then build them. So you want to do the highest weight that you possibly can in the hypertrophy range. The last rep, that 12th rep, or even 11th if you can't go to 12, that last rep needs to feel almost impossible. When you're going to do it, you should be having ugly faces. It shouldn't be pretty at all. I know for me, when I'm going really hard and I'm having a good day in the gym, I'm making super ugly faces when I'm pushing hard. I would not want a picture taken of me when I'm doing my hard sets. I'm not looking pretty, that's for sure. And the last thing correlating with the gym would be for recovery after you go into the gym and you hit it hard. What you're gonna have to do is get really good sleep. You're gonna need to get 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, bare minimum. Bare minimum, I would say not even 7, go for 8, bare minimum. Because without proper sleep, your muscles are not going to be able to recover and grow bigger. And the last thing that you want is to put so much time and effort into something and not even be able to see the results that you're trying to get. So make sure that you're getting really good sleep and actually giving yourself some time to properly recover so that you can build big muscles. And now for the second essential step for building a lot of muscle, that's going to be honing in on your diet. Now, what I'm talking about when I say watching your diet, you're going to need to focus on 2 things mainly, and that's going to be how much protein you're taking in. You got to make sure you're getting enough, if not a surplus of protein, so that you can build muscle. And you need to make sure that you're eating enough calories so that you can build muscle and your body will be able to produce what it needs to produce so that you can build it. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how much protein do I even need? What is this guy talking about? So you want to make sure that you're having at least 1 gram per pound of body weight for you. So say you're 180 pounds, right? you're going to want at least 180 grams of protein per day. Like I said, you could also go into a surplus if you're trying to build a lot of muscle. Calories, you're going to want around 20 calories per pound of body weight. Now, there's a little bit of wiggle room here, depending if you're trying to bulk or you're trying to cut, but that's for a different video. Right now, we're just trying to focus on what to do to gain muscle. So with that being said, that pretty much wraps up this video. And if you're the type of person to watch this video all the way through like you did, I can tell you're pretty serious about learning and self-improvement. If you've made it to this point in the video, check out the first link in the description below. That is my paid mentorship and community. If you're really serious about getting to the next level, this is something you'll absolutely want to do, and it'll only get better as we continue to develop it. But on that note, peace.